Thanks all for tuning into my video today. If you are familiar with my channel, you know that perm rod sets are like one of my favorite go-to curly hairstyles for my natural hair. Today I'm going to be doing another perm rod set using some different products this time and also doing it with a different technique. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, make sure to stay tuned. My hair has been freshly washed and cleansed and has air dried for the day. I washed it with my Pantene co-wash and then used a cholesterol protein conditioner. And this is what I got right now. So as far as the products I'll be using today, I'll be using the Jamaican black castor oil. I'll also be using jojoba oil, a spray bottle with water and jojoba oil, the Nairobi Rapid Shine Foaming Lotion, and the Eden Body Works All Natural Curl Defining Cream. And just a tad of the Diva Curl Ultra Defining Gel. I've already got a good amount of my hair done, as you can see here, twisted up and ready to go. I'm going to section this last part here and secure the other side. Next, I will use my detangling brush to comb through my hair. I really do like this brush because it doesn't hurt to comb through it for one, and it really gets the tangles out of my natural curls without tugging too much on my own hair. So it's one of my favorite go-to brushes for detangling my curls. Once that is complete, I will get just a small dab of the Jamaican black castor oil and massage this into my scalp. Then I will use my water and jojoba oil mixture to saturate my hair. Once my hair has been saturated like so, I will get about 3 pumps of my Nairobi Rapid Shine Foaming Lotion and apply this throughout my hair. You want to make sure to, concentrate this on every single area. You want to make sure to get your hair completely covered with the product. I'm also combing through just to make sure that it gets completely through the section. Once that has been applied, I'll get a dab amount of the Eden Curl Defining Cream and apply that throughout my hair as well. And last but not least, I'll get a small amount of my Diva Curl Defining Gel. I get about a dime size amount for this section and just run that through my hair. So before I apply my perm rods, I'm just going to take a brush and just comb through that section. Make sure that's smoothed. Then I will let's get a small amount of hair here. And like I said, I'm curling my hair in a different pattern than I normally do with my perm rods. This is called the corkscrew. It's pretty much a good way to call it. Because before, I used to start from the bottom and just roll up for my perm rods. Now I'm going to put my perm rod at the top and wrap my curls around that perm rod like a corkscrew. And then secure. Let's do one more of those. Take a section of hair. Get my perm rod, get to the root of my hair, and wind my hair around the perm rod like a corkscrew. and then secure. Just want to zoom in here to give you one more demonstration. Getting a perm rod, starting out at the root of my hair and wrapping it around. And securing. Now that all of my perm rods are in, I am going to sit under the hooded dryer for about 25 to 30 minutes and then let my hair naturally just air dry after that. So today is the next day, and I have let my hair sit under the hooded dryer for 20 or 30 minutes and then let my hair naturally air dry after that. And went to bed, woke up, did all of that. Now let's take these bad boys out. I usually start from the back, and how I take them out, I just unwind them in the way in which it was screwed in. I unwind the perm rod in the same pattern that it was curled in, just so I can maintain the integrity of my curl and not disturb that. I just hold it and unwind it. Just a close up on how I do this. I unclasp my perm rod, take my hair, and just unwind. So this is what it looks like before you separate the curls or do anything. Which one thing I am loving about it, like I love the actual curl pattern. It is really amazing that you can get a completely different perm rod set by just rolling the curls in a different order. Look at that. Ah, they're so cute. So to separate my curls, I'm going just to use a dab of jojoba oil. And you can use any oil. Sometimes I use coconut oil. Sometimes I use my castor oil. I'm just going to switch it up a little bit and use the jojoba oil and just get a dab on my fingers and start separating. And really just a dab. You don't want to weigh down the curls too much. So how I separate, I'll just start with any old one and just lightly separate it and roll it back. Really just pull down and see where it naturally wants to split. And that is it. Then just separate from there. And you can really separate these as much or as little as you want. It's really whatever your preferred style is. If you want more volume and you want it to be a little bit bigger, I would do separate it more. Sometimes if I want to, try to maintain this tight curl for a while, I'll separate it just loosely and separate it as the days go on. like day 2 and day 3. So it's really whatever you prefer. And one thing I am loving though, my hair is ridiculously soft. I don't think I've ever had it this soft before. And this was my first time using that Eden Body product. And I think that has a lot to do with it. My hair is so soft. Ah. I think that'll be a new fave product of mine. It feels so good. I guess now we'll see how it holds up, how the curls hold up over the next few days. So as you can see, we're starting to get some volume and get some action going on just by separating. So this is what I have when I have just separated my curls. Now I'm going to do some fluffing just to add some more volume. And to do this, I'll be using, you can either use a pick or like a wide tooth comb. I prefer to use my pick just to get in with my roots. So I'm just going to shake my hair out a bit with my fingers first. I just love the little ringlets. They're so cute. And then take this pick and do what it does, baby. Pick it out. And again, this, you can do this as much or not at all as you would like. This is just something I do to give me some more volume. And I'm not really sure. Like when I look at other girls who do the perm rod sets who have similar length hair as me, and they use the same color perm rods as me, my hair always, I feel like my curls always end up so much tighter. And I'm not sure if that's just because of my hair texture and how it reacts to the products, or what's going on, but this is what orange perm rods do to my hair. Keep on picking this out. And I'm really not running this pick all the way through my hair. As you see, I'm running it about halfway through and then pulling out. I don't want to ruin the curls either. So I'm really just trying to focus on the roots of my hair. To get this bigger look. But I think this is my first time doing this corkscrew look, and I think this is going to be my go-to from now on. I love the curl pattern. And we will, you know, see if it lasts longer than how I used to do it. Because if so, then this is the route to take. So this is pretty much what I'm going to end up with. And I'm absolutely loving it. As you can see, look at that definition. Oh. Yes, honey. Yes. So this is the achieved look with the corkscrew perm rod set using orange perm rods. I used about 34 perm rods in total, pretty much all orange, just a few of the beige in the front, about 4 of those in the front. Thank you all for tuning in and watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Toodaloo!